Welcome to the School of the Lost Tribes. Your charity helps generate the lessons needed to seal the chosen before the destruction. Mark 5:1. And they came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. This verse marks the beginning of a powerful encounter between Yeshua and a man possessed with unclean spirits. After calming the storm on the sea, Yeshua and his disciples arrive in the region of the Gadarenes, a territory located east of the Jordan River, primarily inhabited by non-Judean Israelites, likely from the dispersed northern kingdom. This setting is significant because it shows that Yeshua's ministry was not confined to the land of Judah, but extended toward the lost sheep of Israel, scattered in foreign territories. His crossing over the sea symbolizes reaching out to Israelites who were alienated from the covenant, fulfilling his stated mission: I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Matthew 15:24. This story sets the stage for demonstrating Yahweh's power through Yeshua to reclaim his people from spiritual bondage and defilement. Mark 5:2. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit. As soon as Yeshua disembarks, he is immediately approached by a man emerging from the tombs, a place of death, darkness, and uncleanness. This man, clearly an Israelite, is possessed by an unclean spirit and dwelling among the dead, symbolizing both physical and spiritual estrangement. This verse doesn't just describe an ancient incident, it paints a picture still relevant today. What do you think mental illness is? It's not just biology. Many times it's the manifestation of spiritual torment. The curses in Deuteronomy 28 say Israel would be smitten with madness, and today that's seen in post-traumatic slave disorder, addiction, childhood abuse, trauma, and depression, all of which are open doors for demonic influence. Many Israelites today suffer in silence, appearing merely troubled or unstable, but in truth, they are spiritually afflicted, carrying dark spirits rooted in generational pain, sin, and brokenness. This man's condition is a warning and a mirror. Unclean spirits still haunt our people, but Yeshua came to confront and cast them out. Mark 5:3. Who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains. This verse reveals how far gone the man was. His life had become so consumed by unclean spirits that he lived among the dead, isolated from his community and identity. Dwelling in tombs represents being cut off from the living, from family, from righteousness. Spiritually, this is the condition of many Israelites today, living among spiritual death through sin, addiction, violence, or mental torment. No man could bind him shows how ineffective worldly solutions are. No therapist, no rehab, no medicine could fix what was spiritual. Just like today, our people suffer forms of madness, diagnosed or undiagnosed, that are rooted in deeper spiritual realities. Trauma, drug use, sexual abuse, broken homes, all of these can break the soul and invite unclean spirits in. The chains, symbolic of man's attempts to control or fix the problem, don't work when the true issue is spiritual oppression. Only Yeshua, sent by Yahweh to the lost sheep, can break the kind of bondage that no chain or clinic ever could. Mark 5:4. Because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces, neither could any man tame him. This verse deepens the tragedy of the man's condition. People had tried repeatedly to restrain him with chains and shackles, but nothing worked. His strength was unnatural, enhanced by the presence of unclean spirits, and he violently broke free every time. The phrase, "neither could any man tame him," suggests not only physical wildness, but a complete breakdown of moral and spiritual order. He was unreachable, untamable, like many of our people today. When you see Israelites on the streets talking to themselves, lost in addiction, full of rage, self-harm, or totally withdrawn, you're seeing this same spirit play out in modern form. These are not just psychological breakdowns, they are curses, Deuteronomy 28:28, madness, and demonic activity layered on trauma. Whether through molestation, gang life, fatherlessness, drug abuse, or occult influence, the soul becomes wounded and dark spirits rush in. The world tries to treat these people with pills, programs, or prison, but only Yeshua, through the power of Yahweh, can bring true healing and cast out what no man can tame. Mark 5:5. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. This verse captures the depth of torment the man endured. Always, night and day, shows that there was no rest, just constant spiritual affliction. His isolation in the mountains and tombs mirrors the exile and separation of the lost tribes of Israel, cut off from the land, the covenant, and their people. His crying reflects deep inner torment, and his self-harm is a clear sign of demonic influence. What causes a person to harm themselves, if not a dark spirit, whispering lies of worthlessness and despair? We see this today in cutting, suicide, overdoses, and the numbness of addiction. Israelites today suffer these same symptoms because of generational trauma, curses, and spiritual wounds left untreated. No amount of worldly therapy can touch this level of pain. It takes Yeshua, empowered by Yahweh, to reach someone in this state. This verse is not just history. It's prophecy still playing out in the lives of our people scattered in the land of their captivity. An Israelite under severe demonic oppression. He had supernatural strength from the spirits tormenting him. Neither could any man tame him highlights a truth our people still face today. No system, no psychiatrist, no law can fix what is spiritually broken. Our communities are full of Israelites who have been abused, addicted, institutionalized, and labeled, but their real issue is spiritual. The root of many so-called mental illnesses is unclean spirits feeding on trauma and sin. This is why Yahweh sent Yeshua, to reclaim the lost sheep from their madness, not just to make them religious, but to make them whole. Mark 5:6. But when he saw Yeshua afar off, he ran and worshipped him. This is the turning point. Despite being filled with unclean spirits and living in total torment, the man recognized Yeshua from a distance and ran toward him, not to attack, but to worship. This shows that even in the depths of madness and spiritual affliction, the spirit of an Israelite can still respond to the presence of the true shepherd. It reveals a powerful truth. No matter how lost, broken, addicted, or demon-oppressed our people are, there's still something in them, deep in their spirit, that knows the voice of Yeshua and runs to him when he draws near. John 10:27. Even demons can't fully block that connection when Yahweh opens the door. This moment wasn't just about fear, it was a recognition of rightful authority. The unclean spirits knew they had no power against Yeshua, and the man's spirit, buried under layers of torment, responded in the only way it could: submission. In Mark 5:7, and cried with a loud voice and said, What have I to do with thee, Yeshua, thou Son of the Most High Yahweh? I adjure thee by Yahweh, that thou torment me not. Now the voice speaking isn't the man, it's the unclean spirit inside him. The demon recognizes exactly who Yeshua is, the Son of the Most High Yahweh. This shows how the spiritual realm is fully aware of Yahweh's authority and Yeshua's mission to liberate the lost sheep of Israel. The phrase, torment me not, reveals that Yeshua's mere presence is already judgment to the unclean spirit. Why? Because Yeshua came to reclaim what belongs to Yahweh, his people. This wasn't just a deliverance. It was a confrontation between two kingdoms. The kingdom of darkness, ruling over scattered Israel through sin and curses, and the kingdom of heaven, reclaiming the elect through power and truth. The demon's panic shows that Yeshua didn't come to play church. He came to cleanse his people and restore the covenant, starting with the most broken. That's Mark 5:8. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. This is the moment of authority. Yeshua commands the unclean spirit to come out. No long ritual, no debate, no formula. Just a command backed by the power of Yahweh. This is significant because it shows that Yeshua came with direct authority over the spirits tormenting Israel. He didn't just teach doctrine, he demonstrated power. Notice, Yeshua doesn't ask for the man's permission because this man is an Israelite under covenant. The authority to cast out is rooted in ownership. The lost sheep belonged to Yahweh. Yeshua was reclaiming what was his. Many of our people today are spiritually imprisoned, but this verse proves those spirits have no permanent right to dwell in Yahweh's people. When Yeshua speaks, they must leave. This wasn't just about healing one man. It was a sign to all Israel that their deliverer had arrived, not with religion, but with power to cleanse and restore.